Hello, Forrest.
Hi, Seamus.
We have a question from Jen via email.
Okay.
What makes your oils magical? How are your oils magical?
Okay.
How does one make magic oils?
Okay. Well, that's a really big question. And there are dozens, hundreds of traditions and cultures that have methods for sending magic or energy or intention into an object or into a substance. And I can't tell you all of them because there are way too many, and I certainly don't know them all, but I can show you a little bit about what I do. In this case, I'm going to put the energy into a stone. I'm actually prepping some stones for the upcoming conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. And I've chosen a blue tiger eye because it combines some of the traditional associations of Saturn and Jupiter. The colors blue and gold are associated with Jupiter, and blue is also associated with Saturn. So I've chosen that particular stone because it felt to me like something that was appropriate for it. So one thing to look for when you are placing magic into an object is that object conducive to that magical purpose? Does it have a tradition of being used for that purpose? Is it aligned either by its color or its makeup or where it came from in the world to serve the purpose that you have for it? In the same way that a battery can hold on to electricity by virtue of the chemical change that's happening within the battery structure, certain herbs, oils, substances, and stones are more predisposed to hold a certain type of magical energy. So we're starting with our blue tiger eye stones, which are pretty awesome. These are available here at the Magical Druid store. And I'm also working at the Magical Druids community altar. Now, place and space is very important in magic. Where are you affecting the change? Where are you doing your spell work? This altar is visited by dozens of people every single week, lending their energy to it, contributing to the structure of it by leaving figures of deities, of nature spirits, and of ancestors, lighting candles, lighting incense, offering prayers, and asking for assistance themselves. So the spirit of the community and the deities and spirits who work with our community here in Clintonville make this a very active magical space. It has absorbed and moved lots of magical electricity, if you will, on the regular. So this is a great place to do some magic. The next thing I'm going to do is cross-culturally useful when doing magic, and that is light a fire. In this case, a candle. So having an active flame on the altar is like an invitation to the spirits who can help you to do the work you want to do, and the deities and the ancestors that you want to call on to ask for their help, for their assistance, and to lend their energy to it. Because while you definitely have your own energy as a magical practitioner and just as a person, there is also energy that's available from the natural world, from divinity, however you understand divinity, nature spirits, from your ancestors, and so on. So when we ask for our allies in those worlds to come and help us to do something magical, working as a team is definitely more effective sometimes than working alone. And then finally, the most important thing, attention. Energy flows where attention goes. So if you are looking to empower an object or a substance, you must give it your full attention and focus. You must send your intention, whatever it is you want this particular object to do for you, into the object by paying attention to it. And that's why things like meditation are so important when you're doing magical work, because being able to hold your focus, sustain your focus, and really send your attention to one thing exclusively, and hold that for long enough to feel like it has received the message, received the energy that you wanted to impart to it, and is capable now of assisting you in magical work going forward, that requires a lot of attention. So for right now, I'm going to very briefly hold this rock in my hands, focus my attention on the drawing together of the energies of Jupiter, the teacher, the joy bringer, the generous one, the expanding one, and his brother Saturn, the rigid one, the patient one, the master of maturity and of earthly mastery. Let these brothers in their conjunction bring their energies to this stone. Let these brothers in their conjunction work together as allies to assist us here in this material world from their vantage point in the celestial. May this conjunction herald growth, opportunity, generosity, kindness, and joy through the workings of Jupiter, supported by his brother Saturn. And may this conjunction bring maturity, responsibility, patience, and diligence through Saturn as supported by his brother Jupiter. Let this stone hold that intention. Let this stone receive the rays of these planets as they align. Let this stone be a conduit of magical purpose and energy, that we may take it with us even beyond the moment of conjunction. And so it is. Now I'm going to place this on the altar to kind of simmer and cook right next to that flame, so that all of the visiting customers, spirits, colleagues, and family members of the store can pass by it and lend their energy to it, and even draw blessings from it as well. So that's one way to charge a rock, or really anything that you have that you want to imbue with magical purpose. Thanks for listening.